And we are back with more Elden Ring. Last time we left off, we finally got to the Haligtree, like pretty much through the consecrated snowfield. On the way, we did spot two Minor Erdtrees, which I had totally overlooked. Like, I guess here in the frozen wasteland, they're not really glowing. Oh, and... yes. I forgot basically how good looking this place is. Kind of like just everything kind of built into the tree itself. But alright. Miquella's Haligtree. Before we head on in, I pardon me, I tempted to just go right for the minor Erdtree there. But actually, I want to quickly pop in because we forgot to do it at the end of last recording. Pop back in on Bird Lady and see if she hasn't summoned the storm, as she put it before. I could half kind of figure that, I don't know, she's summoning the storm, and that storm being the bird summon that we gave her. I could almost imagine like that summon being a boss. Although everyone's still chilling in their place.
I will remain to summon the storm, but your guidance surely lie elsewhere.
Alright, yep, that. So all that is repeat? Huh, I wonder when she's going to summon the storm, as it were. But okay, back to the ice fields here. I do want to check out those Minor Erdtrees. It should be fairly quick. I don't think it should eat too much time into time for exploring the Haligtree. Man, half of these trees themselves just end up having a guardian boss type person there. Oh, and we don't need to worry about the having her equipped for Latenna anymore. She's completed her quest, and she seems to be comfortable with that. I do feel like kind of want to try out. Actually, I want to try out a lot of these different ones, but all right. Which was the one that we had here before? Wait, not Bug Boy. Bug Boy's already equipped. Yes, Popman. Jar White Puppet. All right, let's try to pop a heading here. Yeah, it's like just visuals alone, you wouldn't be able to know that there was a Minor Erdtree that way if not for the map. Okay. Yeah. Didn't see that coming until the slightly too late, but alright. So the Albernacs are protecting this. Huh. It's very tiny and or dead. Alright, we should take care of these guys the old-fashioned way. Oh, I forgot they do the poison cloud thing. There we go. Alright, going to top off. That is assuming boss and not dungeon. I'm not seeing a big Erdtree avatar. Alright, Minor Erdtree. And we have the ability to summon a summon, which we should probably get that at the ready. There we go. Stop them before they do their little poison mist shootout. Guardian Sword Spear. Right, so we didn't get that before. Weapon comprising a long handle and broad blade sharpened from the hard wood of old trees. Wielded by the Guardians of Minor Erdtrees, known as experts of the arts of combat. In the arts of combat. The power of this weapon scales greatly with dexterity. Alright. Again, we have the ability to summon a summon, but I'm not seeing a boss figure around here. Although... Okay, I'm assuming this is just Health Flask, but... Alright, that works. Alright, Arteria Leaf. Like, not trying to aggro all the dragonflies, just kind of happening naturally. Aha, there we go. And should probably be a black knife. Alright, top off. Special drink. And then, I'm a bit surprised it hasn't aggroed on us yet, but there we go. Featured avatar. Okay, should be exploding soon. Whoa! Yeah, some of these splash was what I was trying to be careful of. There we go. Enemy failed. What 2 things do we get? Thorny Cracked Tear and a Ruptured Crystal Tear. Yeah, go ahead and grab this Rhyme Crystal Bud. Oh, alright, it's another one that causes a concoction to explode. And causes resulting concoction to explode. An effective crystal tear, which possesses absolutely no medicinal qualities. A lesson said to be learned the hard way. For some, faith can be a volatile matter after all. And resulting concoction makes consecutive attacks grow stronger the longer they continue. Okay. Yeah, however, the effect only lasts for a short time. Both those feel like repeats. So why was the Guardian looking this direction? I mean, most people would be coming from the other direction and not this direction, right? I'd like to do a quick shackle check. Nothing. That looks suspicious over there. We're gonna check that out while we're over here. I don't think it's too far away. Took a bit of damage there, but that's fine. We should probably top off in general. Alright, back down the hill. To the right. The reason I'm curious is that it looked like there might have been an Everjail over here. Like a very tiny one, though, but might have just been tricks of the eyes, as it were. Yeah, now that I'm over here, I'm not seeing one. Alright, seemingly nothing special, but might as well grab the Fulgur Bloom. Okay, so I'm assuming that was that weird rock I saw, right? Like right over here? I guess it's kind of the general rock formation itself. Okay. Alright, that's one Minor Erdtree quickly done. Yeah, let's grab this one since we know the way over there. I'm used to looking for Minor Erdtrees as either pretty obvious, like, rotten husks, such as in the Volcano Manor area, or, like, actually little mini golden trees. So kind of this new shape of them kind of being more kind of like covered in white. White on white doesn't make them really stand out that much. And alright, let's see. Pop out the regular weaponry for right now. And yeah, we just need to get back over to the wind thing. A shame there was never any spot of grace up above. Just taking a quick peek because I thought I saw something, but I think it was just the grave sticking out of the cliff. Alright, keep running past the bats. I do wonder why the area has a ash summon, given that I mean, we fought the Volcano Manor target there, but if you're not kind of sided with Volcano Manor, that wouldn't show up, I would assume. Alright, so we need to get to that bridge. There's like a very brief, like, summon spot that kind of shows around there. Ooh. Our friends! Didn't expect to come to them here. Or come by them here.
Ah, nice to see you. I can't believe you've come all this way.
I'm more surprised that they've come all this way, given I thought these lands were forbidden.
I've been gripped by a terrifying thought. The rhythms and calculus of the Master's finger betray a suspicion of the holism of the Golden Order. A conceit, I am afraid, that cannot be overlooked. Oh, but how could this be? I dread to even entertain the possibility, but somehow I cannot cast aside my doubts about the Master. Tell me, have I simply lost my head? Only, if the Master were true to the Golden Order, why would he think to breach this forbidden mount of fire? Oh, Master, put my mind at ease. Dispel these fearsome thoughts. I want to place my trust in you, to be your scribe.
Oh, we can give him the tonic of forgetfulness. Interesting. Let's talk to Goldmask first. I wonder whether to give it to him or not. Like, I thought it might have just been a discarded item from seemingly Snake Girl's quest, because we couldn't find her anywhere, but we came across that, like, what was it? Both a tonic and, like, an embryo, I want to say it was, or like a, what do they call it, the afterbirth? The placenta? Something like that we came across in the church where we fought the Godskin Noble. But that we can give it to him, though. I'll have to think about that, given... I mean, like, it feels like on this current path, our friend's either going to go insane or kill his master. But if we give him the tonic, like, wouldn't that just kind of be the same? Also, wouldn't he forget the spells? Like, I feel like he's in pursuit of truth, so... yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like it's right to let him go down his road to the very end. I mean, I'm half wondering now, it's like, or is the implication that we give him the tonic and he gives it to his teacher, and his teacher forgets the revelations of the capital? Which would, I feel like, equally be bad, because then it's like, you know, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, they just end up doing the same thing over again. So, in hindsight, I wonder, is that where I'm supposed to be going towards? Because I thought basically our destination might be this way. Which, actually, now I think about it. Checking the direction. Yeah, this is... like a different elevation. Well, I guess this looks like a waterfall, so maybe had we gone that way, it wouldn't have been, like, journey-upable? But then also, what's this, like, where does this bridge go off towards? I get the feeling you're going to be a pain. Whew. Get some life back from this guy. There we go. Should have tried to do the guard counter, but oh well. Clubbing glass shard. Alright, do we have another avatar here? And I'm a bit curious if there's maybe a spot of grace up here. Should be careful. And get summon at the ready. Ooh, I did not put together that I am also sitting on a large amount of runes. Oh. That's certainly a way for it to, come in. Alright, drink special. Keep our stuff potion. I'm actually surprised that I blocked that. Oh, okay. Alright, cool. So they were sharing a life bar. That's good to know. Enemy felled. Cerulean Crystal Tear and Crimson Bubble Tear. Restores HP when near death in mixed physique. Restores total half of FP in mixed physique. Alright. I'll admit to being slightly curious if we can bind both explodey bits into our drink and then drink it. Oh. Didn't expect to come across the marionette army here. It's okay, where's that bridge that we saw? Alright, should be this way. You know, going to make sure that just in case a rogue golem arrow flies across the land and smacks us in the face, we don't die immediately. Okay, at least there's a spot of grace that's finally up above here. Although I kind of want to ride through... Whoop, hello. Oh, it's those bone snails. Oh, and I hear the telltale summoning bell of undead folk. Alright, first and foremost, level up. Okay, yes. I forgot that we had gotten Dex of 25. Yeah, we're gonna try and get Int and Arcane to at least 20. Kind of go for the ultimate all-rounding out. It also makes me wonder about the Shodel. Yep, weighs less. Has holy damage in it. Just a bit curious what its special ability looks like. In my head, it was like more of an explosion rather than a enchantment. Death Flare. Set the lustreless sun ablaze with the Prince of Death's flames, inflicting the death ailment upon foes. Follow up with an additional input to bring down the armament. Ah, okay. So that's what we gotta do. Interesting. Because, yeah, we don't really have a weapon enchantment that does this. I do like the appearance of it. Okay, that's something to keep in mind. Just get some of the mana back from having used that. Okay, so this must be the actual proper way forward, then I'm taking it, because, like, from that Minor Erdtree, I thought there might have been a path, but it looks like it's all kind of blocked off that way. That said, I want to check. We heard a bell toll. I'm wondering if there's not. Oh, it's that. The walking mausoleum. Which, okay. For a second, I'm like, didn't I stop that one? But no, I stopped the one that was closer to the Haligtree. Which, speaking of, alright, let's go back to the Haligtree. Time to make our way, I would assume, downward to the roots. Because we've seen, like, two things associated with the Haligtree. Well, more so one thing, and that's Scarlet Rot. But there's a few things that seem to be more actual, like, nature. So I'm wondering if, again, kind of comparing things like the Yggdrasil, if we don't got, like, some sort of dragon or serpent gnawing on the roots. And if they are, then assumedly we need to go stop them from doing said thing. I was curious if they were just looking pass by. Okay, but I noticed it stopped playing. Ooh, got a little bit of an item here. Hello. I'm still hoping that we get their horn as a weapon. Alright, Sacramental Bud. Going to have to be a bit careful of the ants. You know, ants can be a problem in a cave, which, this not being a cave and more, we take a wrong direction, we fall to our death. Gotta be extra careful. Alright, don't trust big horn player. Alright, I think I made a mistake. I think you can play the range game better than I can. Gold Rune 10. Up, there's more than one of them. Huh. Alright. How do we get over to that branch? Okay, looks like we can just kind of slowly go down this. Is it an incline if you're taking it going down? A decline? Alright. Barrage of horn players. There. It's like, why have I positioned myself in... In my head, I'm like, hopefully we can get back there and actually get back those many runes. I might head back to the round table. I've been trying to avoid going back, as to avoid having to deal with potentially Gideon maybe trying to kill us, because we know that he was seemingly interested in the this entire area, because you wanted basically the two Hassel medallions to gain access to here. But if we just walk in and ignore him, should be okay, right? Okay, now time for the tough part here. Oh, wrong one. Ouch. Just keep running, keep drinking. Oh, this is a, seemingly a dead end, alright. But... Alright, run, run, run. Okay. I do not enjoy fighting on such narrow slopes here. This should be okay, right? I mean, it allows us to pick them off one by one, which is far more preferable to aggroing them all and having them all rush us. Someone just took random damage. Ah, I wonder if he came from a higher branch and took fall damage. Hmm. Oh. Debating my choices here, but I think taking out this guy is definitely a good thing, as long as I don't walk forward and then off a cliff. Pardon me, it's kind of tempted to pop my flask of Wondrous Physique here. You know, and I think I'll do just that. Do not like this, do not like this. Oh. But okay, so that's how we get all the way up over here. Try and get these extra goodies. Now do we get to keep? Alright, cool. So the runes basically were remembered as being still on us. Hmm. The next level up. Okay. It seems like the level up cap isn't really going up that sharply. 'Cause I feel like we've needed about 1200 to level pretty consistently so far. Or not 1200, 120,000 to level up pretty consistently. So the question is, do we just we have a rune that's worth 10,000, and do we have it in high enough amounts that we can crack one open safely? Yeah, I'd say, yeah. Alright, go for another level up. Boom, put that into int. Alright. Stab it back. Although, I'm borderline of the screw it, we just kind of bum rush it mentality right now. And just keep moving. Out of my way, sir. Oof. Alright, you know, it wasn't too bad, the rushing. Honestly, I probably should have done Flame of Frenzy heading into them. One concern there, though, is it's like potentially getting shot in the back repeatedly. But I mean, right there, we just kind of got shot in the front repeatedly, so, you know, kind of balanced out. Alright, hello, goodbye. Alright, down. I'd be curious how well the ants could actually follow on these narrow branches. We know they can fall to their death. Okay. Everything's nice and calm. Preserving boluses. I was about to joke, like, watch it just be grease. Good old holy grease or rhyme grease. Grease, grease, grease. Oh, oh, oh. And out just goes. Like, taking damage here is a slight panic given limited movement. Alright, stone sword key. Uh-oh. Are they all still trying to get to me? Alright, get through these guys. I was hoping that basically hurting it would disrupt it from actually following through on all that, but not the case. Man, thankfully we're in a low enough amount of ruins that we don't need to worry about too much should worst come to worst happen again. Okay, I already got the stuff that way. There's like all sorts of miscellaneous treasure here. You never know when something's going to be grease versus when something's going to be way more valuable. Alright, excuse me. Hello, ant. Goodbye, ant. Oopsie, I am in the wrong location. I mean, I guess we might as well harass this guy? Oh. Friggin' ants. I shouldn't have grabbed the treasure, but I'm kind of hoping that the big one will also drop a treasure. I was really hoping they wouldn't climb all the way up the tree. Or up the branch. Okay. Drop. Also trying to figure out where that was, because I thought that was... yeah, here. Alright. Charging the ant did not work out in my favor. But I do think taking out the ants before we take care of the big guy is the proper order. And it really does feel like this, for the most part. Running is the answer if it weren't for loot. Let us run on by. Don't think this is anything. I do wish it was 0 ruins, it would just not show it. There we go. Alright. We have the high ground on these ants here. I suddenly heard big old thing moving. There we go. Aw, strip of white flesh. Envoy crown, or envoy crown. I was really hoping it was going to be a horn. There we go. Alright. A big guy over there still. But where was that giant sprout that we died to previously? Because I'm curious if there was actually loot behind it? Or there... oh, I'm not seeing any, but... so, okay, so treasure over that way. Oh, treasure there. Alright. Dappled cured meat. There we go. Alright, Synthetic Stone 8. And that would just go back to where we started, I think. Yeah, once again. Top off as a pre-precaution. Wait, pre-precaution? Precaution! There we go! A pre-precaution is just the same thing twice. I'm really curious about killing the giant plant. And did I get that treasure? I think I did, but man, trying to stare at a white sky to see if I picked up a white treasure is a bit difficult there. Man, like so far none of these treasures have been particularly good. I guess actually... Envoy Crown, the soft bundle worn on the head by Oracle Envoys, densely wrapped in several layers of cloth, raises the potency of bubble-based skills. Oh yeah, there was a bubble sorcery that we had like way down below. But these bubbles are gold and those bubbles are blue. No one knows what the cloth hides, but some claim to have heard a faint whimpering from inside. It must have been their imagination. Okay, so this is the normal path down. Treasure over here. Warming stone. Now I do want to get the treasure that way too. They're all staring away. I thought they were raising it as a club and not as a horn. I thought I had the time to drink. I did not. Right. Paddling Pate, my beloved. That was not worth it. Run. Now the big guy in theory could drop something, but not gonna concern myself too much. Alright, are we in the clear? No one's following us? Alright, jingle jangle. Alright, didn't see shotgun approach there. Oh, okay, yeah, there are like little balloons there that really blend in. Because I was wondering if it was like a Scarlet Rot landmine or something, which basically the equivalent of, but not literally the same landmines that the Vulgar Militia were using for poison. Alright, run. Yeah. I shouldn't have fought. Should have kept running. Boy, I really wonder if I'm gonna miss something good in this area, just because it's like so confusing. But between it being so confusing, my default fear of heights, it's like, ooh. I don't enjoy being on these tall branches. Alright, don't mind me. Stamina back. Lumen's Ruin. I shouldn't have stopped looking upward. Ooh, okay. And I think I've gotten most of the obvious treasures. But all the obvious treasures have not been that great, which makes me think that the good stuff's being withheld from me. Because the good stuff is stuff you always have to, like, actually do a bit of hunting for. Alright, excuse me. I still wonder if the giant plant is guarding something. Ouch. Run, run, run. Drink. Alright, begin the gauntlet. Okay. I think we're mostly fine. Oh, the ants aren't following. Really what I'm trying to do is get to a spot of grace somewhere further down the tree. Oh, here we go. Exactly what I wanted. Yeah. I always check just in case there's any sort of like talk to maiden thing, but nah, she's seemingly long gone. Yeah, alright, so that's basically a shortcut gained from further down. Now that said, we know there's more stuff up in the root, or not the roots, the branches. Had my tree inverted there in my head. Alright, da-da-da-da-dun. Okay, it's gonna be less than ideal, but it is what it is. Okay, cool. Oh, that's cool. Alright, cool. We are being protected. That's all this is. Heal. There we go. Phew. Okay. Oh. Is that a, returning to Roots crypt thing? Oh no, okay, it's a statue of someone hugging a child. Now, what do we have here? Lost Ashes of War. Interesting. Trying to tell. I am noticing that the older one is missing her right arm. Which, yeah, actually, in hindsight, Like, if Melania's a paladin lady for all the marketing material, and, like, with prostheses, does that mean Maquella would be missing anything? It's probably not, because, I mean, you know, you tend to lose arms in, like, conflict and whatnot, not from just being born. Although now I'm trying to think, it's like, because you do have, like, you know, people who are amputated, like, near birth if, like, a limb is, like, really malformed. I don't think you can get born without a limb, period. This is gonna suck. Ooh, I do not like this. Do not like this one bit. Oracle Envoy ashes. You know what? We got what we came for. That's the most important part. And it only cost about 7,000 runes. Okay. Let's see. Oracle Envoy Ashes summoned 4 Oracle Envoy spirits. Spirits of a monstrous band of musicians who employed sacred arts. It is said that the Oracle Envoys appear, playing their pipes so they do so to herald the arrival of a new god or new age. It basically, my beloved. Expressions of love are among the most fickle. A wistful fetish that imparts voices and words of internal journey.
My beloved.
Why is it such a deep voice? I mean, I know why. Comedy, but still. Okay. I'm debating on what potentially was missed back there, but... And that was like the big side path, and it was probably the best thing we would get, so... I think we can continue descending. And now that we're more in the shade of the tree, we should probably turn on lantern, do shackle checks. Didn't expect beastmen suddenly. Quite a few. Like, don't think I don't see you up there. Going around 10. Are they gonna, like, fall down or something? I mean, that works. Like, I'm still guessing the goal is to get downward, but I wonder, like, what chances we can to get up. What treasures there may or may not be. There we go. Also, I totally thought there were fungus men and not zombies that would grab me like that. Alright, rock grease. We should be able to just pick this guy out from a distance, right? Okay, get stamina back. There we go. To top off on mana? Yeah, probably. Okay, what do we got here? Roll Drake Talisman +2. Vastly boosts non-physical damage negation. Which, so... non-physical? Would that be all forms of magic? Or... I mean, now I'm trying to think of basically... We know, unlike other games, that there's now the Meteor, like, Gravity Sorcery School. Which, I wonder then... Kind of like, again, Final Fantasy, that's non-physical magic? Oop. I was hoping that that would stop it, but it did not. Okay, good. Oopsie, did not mean to do that. Meant to do that. So I could do that. And purge the infection with good old fire. Okay, mushroom, melted mushroom. I could totally jump down, but this building should wrap around naturally. Oof. Whew. Holding on with a sliver of health there. Alright, so nothing's doing 8. Wonder if I can't get him out the window. Boop. At least we're getting the attention of his friend. We're going to suffer the same fate, if not for the slight pillar obscuring the view. Should probably slap on Beast of Vitality. Fill up on health. Then yeah, back to this formation. Alright, hefty beast bones. Like, making sure that if something tries to lunge at me, could try to bait it first. Okay. Golden Rune 13. Either take the ladder down, or... I think that's jumpable. Famous last words. Fire grease. And that's another big old sword, man. Not great. I'm kind of wondering if he'll have a hard time getting through the door. Nope. Alright, can't say. Oh, now he's having trouble getting through the door. That's gonna be a bit tough on. It's like, charge on through. Oh. And the thing that killed me of not having the shield at the ready got me again. Okay, we should be able to just sneak up. Make sure none of the zombies fall on down. And then... And then... Yes, go on by backstabbing everybody. I don't know why it didn't work on this guy, but... Like, have to finish him off before the guy upstairs can be noticed. Alright, cool. Bait out the starfall there. Now what would be the best against this guy? Dang it. But... he's doing what I'm trying to do to him. Huh. But it doesn't actually get him, though, weirdly. Alright, so that actually did splash through the door a bit. Though that time it didn't. Come on, man. There we go. Whew. Probably way more mana than I should have used. I was wondering about this guy, since we did see him at a distance. It's like, don't want to top off, but I think we should. Really thought he would run at me, but he did not. Okay, we know there's a ladder down, although it's this glowing treasure first. Ancient dragon smithing stone. Nice. And another statue. So what's like the proper way then? Okay, so both of these lead to the same downward area. Which I'm a bit curious then. Didn't realize there's two of them here. Now that said, I don't know if there's any good part to doing all this. You know, I don't think there is, so quick retreat. Alright, we're going to assume that this is the proper path forward. Shield at the ready. Sneaking at the ready. I'm gonna try this again here. Boo. And yet that works. Good old frenzy. Okay. Sneak. Grab Somber Smithing Stone 8. Should probably pick off these ants from a distance. Although... yeah, let's try to cross the bridge first. Ooh, Spot of Grace. Go to Ruin 12. I know. Ooh. Okay, they can actually hit up here. Good to know. Well, at least the grace is right there. In hindsight, I should have thrown black fire down below. Because that's more of an explosion, like AoE on impact. Yoink. There we go. And this should be doable for finishing off the others. Slowly but surely. It's gotta be a bit careful because one wrong thing of butt acid can just take us down. Okay, should be safe to go and grab that, right? Alright, Ionian Butterfly. Which, isn't that just what these things I've been seeing everywhere are? Yep, Ionian Butterfly, alright. Some of the loot in this game. Okay. Yeah, so this would have wrapped around naturally. So I do want to confirm real quick. Mainly in case there's any treasure. Ooh, or I kind of see here. Alternate treasure. Uh-oh, summoner's nail. Although, how is it summoning Crystallians of all people? There we go. Ooh, okay. Seriously? Oh, man. One through the wall. Wait, what are these things called? The ring boomerangs. Alright, we know what we gotta do. I beam the first. Nope, don't duel the shield. Alright, gonna rely on speed this time around. I think they can grab through the walls. So I'm taking a bit of a gamble here. Alright, Toxic Mushroom. And Somber Smithing Stone 9. Okay, what do we have here? Boardroom 10. And it's interesting that it's all things on the rooftop here, which kind of implies that, you know, we can be inside these buildings. How to get inside? I mean, there's obviously an exit. I'm hearing the jingle jangle. I think it's there down below. I don't think that's on the same elevation. But I guess it is our only lead for right now. Oof. That's a lot of dudes over there. I'd rather not jump in there and then get grabbed by so many zombies. sudden target lock being broken. Alright, one down. Keeping an eye on the FP. Thankfully, Spectral Lance is pretty conservative with how much it costs, even though part of that is us having the talisman that depletes how much it actually takes to do Ash of War skills. I do wonder if I should change up the Ash of War on the God Stitcher, though. Oh. It's like it's almost clear to get inside there. That's always being extra careful that I don't Spectral Lance my way off the side of this building here. All right. Okay. Whew. Go to room 12. Okay, not a usable door, although just in case, always do a shackle check. I see you. Now that's the From stuff I'm used to. Behind a door, things are going to instantly grab you and do a lot of damage. Alright, what do we got here? Viridian Amber Medallion +2. Yep, vastly raises maximum stamina. It's like all upgrades do pre-existing things, but not a lot of new stuff. Oof, you gotta be a bit careful there. For all my talk of not wanting to do that off a cliff. Ah. There we go. Oh, no. Wonder if I should top off on mana? Probably. I was briefly like, I don't need to, but then in my head I could see it, me trying to do the frenzy spear thrust into the ground and just jumping up and stabbing the ground as if nothing's actually different. I both like that the doors are here for environmental storytelling, but it also makes me want to open them still. So close, yet so far, but longest one of the game. Okay, and this one basically doesn't want to kind of go through as much as the frenzy spear. I have to be careful because we did see a lot of zombies like right up here. Just, I don't think they can climb ladders. Yeah, come on. Oh, oh, you can grab me. Oh, look. Watch one of them actually grab me and then throw me down below with all the others. Alright, I think we have to make a bit of a dodge there, and then figured this would happen. Wait, why did I hear a weird sound just now? Like stars are going to appear? Alright, smithing's doing 6. Still down, down, down. And I want to go that way. And I really just don't like being here because it feels like I can get pinned in at any moment now. Dang it. I was really hoping that would two hits to take him down, but no. Phew. Now the issue is like I have to top off because the zombies can bring me down really low very quickly, and they lunge out of corners. There we go. Figured there was someone hiding in here. Alright, Sacramental Bud. Okay, so this doesn't connect back to the area we dropped those 2 previous zombies in, I think. Also, I do kind of like how everything has an elven aesthetic almost. Very, like borderline Lords of the Ring. Or, Lord of the Rings. There we go, Lords. I mean, technically. Well, there's one ring to rule them. There's quite a few other ones. Okay, who's this guy? Regular Birdman. Surprised his friend didn't join a bit quicker there. Why the open window? Out of curiosity. Okay, so it's not like a drop-down shortcut. I think that's a battle mage over there. Yep. We know battle mages love their little bazooka volleys. Oh, multiple of them. That's what I was hoping for. Yeah. Still very curious about the open window. Why? Why open window? I mean, like, it seems to get onto that branch, and there's butterflies over there, but why risk this? I mean, are Ionian butterflies that valuable? I think eye beaming from a distance is maybe the best bet. Uh-oh. Sadly, that's not off a cliff, but, you know, it's spacing them out. There we go. Now the question is there a third one? Or is it just the two? I'd prefer not to be on the large open bridge for any longer than we have to be. Smithing stone 7. 8. I'm also very suspiciously eyeing that giant giant arena. Alright, here is ruin 4. Yeah, that is definitely a boss fight if I've ever seen one. And no spot of grace, but I assume that that's what the branch is for. Kind of go over that way, fall down, and use it as a shortcut. Ooh. Or just right here, elevator. Nice. Although, double check for secret. Alright, I don't think a secret's gonna show up. But I do want to confirm that this goes to the spot of grace that I think it goes to. And adjusting my gaming posture. I do enjoy how just bloodstained I am all over. Actually, I don't think this would take me to the one I am thinking of, because that one was being run by, like, rope. Okay, so yeah, it's not the one I was thinking of, but it's still right next to a spot of grace. Okay. So I need to remember this for dying to the boss fight. In theory, I should maybe go in with a bit more resources, but I think it should be fine. Mainly because I don't want to have to take care of the battle mage again. Now the question is, who to bring? Well, do Black Knife by drinking our potion and getting a free mana thing. Loretta, Knight of the Haligtree. There we go, Black Flame. See those extra ones. Loretta's Mastery and Loretta's Warsicle. I feel like we've heard the name Loretta before. Okay, let's see. Loretta's Mastery. Sorcery used by Loretta, Knight of the Haligtree. Creates a magic great bow and fires 4 great arrows simultaneously, charging enhanced potency. Hold to keep the great arrows knocked. developed by Loretta after her long, bloody journey to seek out a place where the Abernarchs could live in peace. And intricately crafted silver war sickle wielded by Loretta, Knight of the Haligtree, originally given for service as a personal guard to Carrion royalty. The weapon's blue glintstone has been replaced with an unalloyed gold. Loretta Slash. Skill of Loretta, the Royal Knight. Leap forward, imbuing the blade with glintstone, then descend, accelerating into a sweeping slash. Just double checking. Okay, so our girl is Latenna, not Loretta. But I get a vibe that there's probably a naming convention for people associated with the Haligtree here. Oh, there we go. It's like most bosses leave a spot of grace behind it. Here we are. Lost grace discovered. Go ahead and do a quick rest. Okay, we have enough to level up. There we go. Arcane into 17. Now, I want to keep going forward, but we've got the Haligtree Promenade, Haligtree Town Plaza, Haligtree Town, but I do want to go back to the round table because there's various miscellaneous things I want upgraded. Okay, good. We weren't immediately attacked by Gideon. I do not trust our erstwhile friend.
Well, I took it no matter, it's all to say out your own.
Alright, now one thing I am eyeing is... There we are. The Eclipse Shuttle. Which is Somber Smithing Stone. And there's like so many different weapons. We should first buy the prerequisite Somber Smithing Stones. As much as I don't want to even approach Gideon's room. Let's see. Yep, heads down. Good, good. Like, a time's gonna come when he's gonna try and kill me, because he's gonna be like, oh, thanks for collecting all the greater ruins. Your services are no longer required. Okay, yep, can go up to +4. Really feels like we should be able to go past even +4. But, yeah, I guess we haven't really gotten... That one, like, mining area, I thought we would get another, bell bearing in. We did not. Which I still wonder if maybe I just missed it.
Back already, no matter.
But I guess usually where we get the mining stuff is, like, they're called out as mines, where that was just, like, the caverns, I think it was called. Then alright. What's the inseparable sword again? Like, I want to see the description of these sometimes. Well, I mean, the shuttle, I'm definitely eyeing that. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, how high do we push it? Gonna have to think about this. I do love my fisticuffs. Oh, actually, one thing we do want upgraded quite a bit
No matter.
is that new catalyst that we have. Yeah, the frenzied flame seal. Oh, which also takes somber. Okay. So we should buy another 4 set of somber. I thought it would take regular. Which now I'm trying to recall what the black flame one took. Yeah, it takes regular, given that's +18. We know that the special weapons cap out at, like, +10. Alright. 1, 4, 3, 2. Da-da-da-dung. I mean, we do use Black Fireball a lot more in boss fights, but
Back already, no matter.
I feel like the Frenzy Flame is just more fitting. And we do it for people who are like pretty far away. Boom. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It's like keeping an eye on how many different amounts that we have here. We have 9 of Somber Smithing Stone, 8. Should be okay. We have 7 of 9. Should be fine. Alright, let's swap out the Godslayer seal for... yeah, the Frenzied Flame seal, which... okay, so we're going from 228 to 232. So not, like, huge upgrade there, but that makes sense. It does lose out on face scaling, which is interesting. I did keep wondering about the Blood Godskin Butcher. It's like both nice, but we don't get as much as I want out of it. Like, I feel like Castus gets a bit more attention now and then. Pike is just so valuable. It's just like, it's hard to let go of that. Like, that's the big question. It's like, if we equip the Shodel, like, what would it take the place of? Because, I mean, I'm kind of thinking... like, I'd think the Blood Godskin Stitcher, but I do like the fact that this is another weapon we can kind of customize as ashes. Honestly, the shield's kind of taking up space from, like, maybe we get rid of the shield. The Castus is great for, like, certain enemies, and then other enemies it's, like, totally useless. It is a very, very, swingy sword, as it were. Oh yeah, where was that Inseparable sword? Ah, yes. The sword of Dean is his brother. And there's the sword of Milos. Like, I'm thinking basically with the int that we have now, it's just like, what are we not using that we could be using? I know I'm very tempted by basically Eleanor's polearm when we get Arcane to 19. Moonveil is basically that of 23 int. I'm a bit sad not using a katana, but, you know, kind of like what I mentioned before when I was using it. Like, we use katana so much in previous games, it's kind of nice to have a bit of a breather from them. Let's see, where is that Shodel? I mean, we could alternate back and forth depending on the situation. Not that we ever do, but we could, in theory. Yeah, let's upgrade the Shodel a bit more.
Already, no matter.
Alright, where are you, Shodel? I totally forgot about those beast claws, which are also tempting in their own way. Normally I'd replace the Castus with them, but Castus is their only form of blunt damage currently. Okay, where? Shodel, here we go. Alright. Boom. 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 Alright. I feel like I have it at plus 7 for right now. And then, yeah, we'll swap out the Godsend Stitcher. Just because I want to see how viable the death ailment is on, like, your normal rank and file enemies. It's like, where's my Shodel? There we go. Do we want to upgrade any of the Ashes of War? Probably not. I'm also debating on, like, regular weapon stuff. I feel like there'll come a time... Actually. Yes. We should probably upgrade Vike's War Spirit to max. We picked up quite a few somber, ancient somber dragon smithing stones lately, so...
Back already, no matter.
Yeah, we should give it the final upgrade. It's been with us for such a long time. There we go. Alright. Now, back to the Haligtree. Oh wait, actually. I wanted to quickly use up these runes on just buying out some of the basic smithing stones. Alright, talk. Here we go. So, 12, 12, 12, 10. There we go. Alright, now back to the Haligtree. Haligtree Promenade. That's like keeping an eye on the time. We're slightly past the hour-and-a-half mark, but I want to see if there's going to be a shift in the basic dungeon here coming up or not, given that we beat a boss. Basically see how far we can push progress here. Like, do we go to the rest of this, like, castle-looking town, or do we enter the tree proper? Is there suddenly, like, you know, black knife dudes here instead of zombies and what have you? Ooh, treasure. Very funny game. It's like, oh look, treasure. Anyway, you're gonna keep going down. Alright, elevator. Like, why does this feel like a trap suddenly? That's too easy. Too in my face. Alright, Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. Fair enough. So I feel like get the shoulder ready, try and get it some use. Okay, given we're on the top floor, I'm assuming no secret. That's like eye the walls in case there's a point to jump off at. Right. Send the elevator back up. Secret. Alright. Doesn't appear to be. Yeah. Elfale, Brace of the Haligtree. Oh, okay. This is the area that one ghost dude was talking about. Alright, what type of enemy am I dealing with here? Aha, alright. So Maquella's Knights. Or, no, Melania's Knights. Holy grease. And there's a spot of grace right past you. Not that amount, 6,000. Oh, hey, friend!
Again we meet. I can only surmise our purposes are aligned. In which case, allow me to explain myself. I am of Melania's blood, but in what capacity I know not. I could be sister, daughter, or an offshoot. Whatever the case, though, I am certain of a kinship between us.
I mean, I was wondering the same thing with the whole arm.
There is something I must return to Melania. The will that was once her own. The dignity. The sense of self. that allowed her to resist the call of the Scarlet Rot, the pride she abandoned, to meet Radahn's measure.
Okay, so she threw away her pride to use the Scarlet Rot as a weapon?
There is something I must return to Melania. The will that was once her own. The dignity. The sense of self that allowed her to resist the call of the Scarlet Rot.
Okay. So double checking, this is... that's LFL. So it's Miquilla's Haligtree, but I guess Melania's here? Will our friend disappear? Right, nope. Ooh, though I was a bit curious. Ash of War. Where is our Godskin Stitcher? I know we had just unequipped it, but I did want to try slapping on... Here we go. Yeah, the eruption one again. Well, basically standard, I think. It's like... Again, doing all the math, it's like, alright, 259 plus 92, just under 350. With quality, man, that's still a bit under 350. That's more like 330, 360 something. Yeah, it's actually keen. Repeat dialogue?
There is something,
Yep,
the
right.
will, the dignity.
Okay, so push forward. The perfect test for my thing. They have like light buffs on them. Alright, so looks like the buff gives him super armor? Well, kind of. The first guy didn't, but it looks like only the tiny guys actually have the buff on them. Hey, daytime now at least. Okay, and friend is still here. Wonder... Okay, so looks like the subordinates it's kind of start a bit further away. Yeah, that was on me for just taking that. Like, trying to actually use the flare component. There we go. Oh, but wait, if we put it away... Yeah, let's just drink. Ooh. Pretty good, stunning potential. Haligtree grieves. Golden Rune 12. Greaves worn by soldiers sworn to the Haligtree, rust worn and stained through unending conflict. Okay, so these guys are considered, like, special category troopers, as it were. Oh, another side passage here. Yet to see exactly what happens when they build up enough death ailment, though. With all the crits they can do, I kind of feel like I should re-equip the regain health on heavy hit. The next down 8. Bit of a shame that didn't actually kill him, but whatever. Now what do we have here? McQuillan Knight's Sword. Sword forged by servants of McQuella of the Haligtree, with a design modeled after those carried by Carrion Knights. Instead of glintstone, however, amber from the Haligtree is embedded in the blade. A sumptuous piece, it has never been offered to any knight. An ill-starred sword with no master. Skill, Sacred Blade. Okay. Oh, yep, and I see it going pretty far down below. Ooh. Hello. And I guess now it's as good a time as any to try out an Undurable Frenzy. Where's my eye breath? There we go. Frenzied Burst. Ugh. Full lever. Alright, contraction does not move. Wow, okay. This is really far down below. Dang it. Man, I can really just keep up the barrage. I mean, it definitely encourages you to fight it fairly. Thankfully, I drank the potion before basically dying to that. I mean, I should have done that before I leaped downward, but oh well. There, got to keep the ruins. Alright, this guy with a horn. Take him out. Good. There we are. Yeah, I feel like I use the flare component more than the actual death ailment effect. on these dudes. But okay. Take out this guy. And then through here. Okay, cool. The other guy didn't move. Haligtree helm. Yoink, Lord Sworn Bolt. Kick the guy down, let him live. Alright, back to this avatar here. We know we can take these guys down. Now that said, want to safeguard ourselves here a bit. Oh, where'd it go? Up there it is. Ah, crap. I didn't think it would have Scarlet Rot. I don't know why I didn't think it would have Scarlet Rot. Like, in my head, I'm like, you know, everything's very holy around here. Why would it be infected? Alright. 50% ruin loss again. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. Don't mind me, everybody. There we go. Leave them in disarray. Alright. Try again. Like this time around, they're right there. So just in case they start shooting at us as we start descending. Alright, and then... Run. Ouch. Oh, so many stars. Okay though, not too shabby. And I think had it just kept running... I mean, obviously we can just try to get the thing that it's guarding. I wonder. I don't think this is gonna work, but I want it to. Yeah. Run. There we go. So, I know that basically one of them is going to try to shoot potential bolts at me, so I wanted to have a bit of distance. But alright, back to I-beam. I mean, in theory... Like, normally these guys don't respawn. And we know that basically it only keeps with the barrage a tiny bit. Dang it. Because, yeah, I mean, the damage this actually does is pretty amazing. Like, I'm kind of like trying to find an angle where I can shoot it, but it can't shoot me. And I kind of figured that would be the case. You know, just in case, gonna top off on health. There we go. And way better damage on I-beams these days. And that gets number 3. Yeah. Go for it again. Don't get greedy. Alright, one more should about do it in. We can get both the treasure, and in theory, it might just like drop something for us too. Some of these like one-off ones have done that before in the past. There we go. Rotten staff. Alright. Now what were you guarding? Ooh, and also dropped? Oh, another rotten staff. Cool. Ceremonial staff depicting the Erdtree in its historic radiance. It festers with Scarlet Rot. Read about the avatars who protect Minor Erdtrees. Alright. Okay, so not only do we have a little like, hop down area there. Somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone, nice. Let's see here. On the other side of this little area, I saw a door, which I'm wondering if it's a openable shortcut. Or not. Okay. Get the shoulder at the ready again. Huh? Is that a Crystallion? I'm still trying to figure out where the Crystallions fit into all this. I think we're gonna have to work it over. There we go. There we are. Get a crystal hard enough, it eventually breaks. yeah, we have encountered some of these guys that are infected by the Scarlet Rot. Rotten Crystal Staff. And Summer Smithing Stone 9. Staff fashioned from pure crystal, a deed impossible for a human. It festers with Scarlet Rot, enhances Crystallian sorceries. Yeah, so where do they fit into everything else? Ooh. I mean, treasure. I mean, I guess we can maybe aggravate this person. Oop. Gotta be careful there. Oh, all of them. I think our eye beams went out here. Okay. So we could hop across. But then we kind of lose out on being able to like slowly go down over here. Which, also in hindsight, is it maybe both sides? Nope. Okay. Looks like that's fall to one's death, which I am not in the mood to be doing. But yeah, there's like a nice soft decline here. I am trying to put together where this area kind of connects back over to. Okay, we can't summon Torrent, so it's not like we could just like jump across. Also in hindsight, you know, I thought these were like mold, but that's more of what bugs do. It really does feel like if I jump over, it's a one-way trip. Even if we get up above and try to jump back over, I don't think we're going to be making it. Alright, well basically remember to take this path again at some point. Because I am more interested in the fog door. And now think about it, double checking time. Yeah, okay. So we do need to be wrapping things up pretty shortly here. Keep the eye beams on. I think we can swap over back to the shuttle. Back over. Alright, not an ambush. Although, do a quick shackle check. Okay. Not seeing anything. Ah, crap. Stone Sword key was lost with use. Not Lord's Aid. Oh, did we get rid of... We did get rid of the bigger heal. Alright, fair enough. It's like... Does Kindred of Rot stay with me going into here? Arca Swore Seal, or Sword Seal. Greatly raises attributes, but also increases damage taken. The legendary talisman is an eye engraved with an elden rune, said to be the seal of Queen Marika. Greatly raises mind, intelligence, faith, and arcane, but also increases damage taken by a similar measure. Solemn duty weighs upon the one beholden, not unlike a gnawing curse from which there is no deliverance. Alright, time to I-beam. Because I know this guy's gonna be a pain in the butt. There we go. Alright, Ghost Glovewort 9. But I'm noticing my kindred is still with me, so there might be additional ones. Ionian Butterfly. Yep. I wonder. Alright, so the flames do reach all the way through. Alright, Lord's Aid. Yeah, I think my bug boy is almost at his limit. Phew. Alright, Ghost Glovewort 9. It's like, will this road lead to a spot of grace? Boy, that doesn't seem somewhat ominous. Okay. And I'm not. Crap. Yeah. Oh, so many of them. What is up with that entire area? Okay. We need to be calling it soon, but we have quite the walk ahead of us here again. Should be okay. Alright, keep running. We know the path, and we know that there's not too many folk in the way. I am trying to think, though, of the best summon to take care of all the dudes. I mean, it might just be us, so summoning a mimic. Oh, actually, the ones that are dead should stay dead, so we might be lucky. Because we know from at least some of the past dungeons we've been in, or at least some of the crypts, that when you kill one of those guys and they give you a Ghost Glovewort, they don't respawn again. So you can't just, like, farm them for Ghost Glovewort 9 over and over again. Now the question is, are these guys exceptions, maybe? Man, we'll find out. Alright, drop down. Lantern at the ready. Slime at the ready. And they are exceptions. Trying to think of the best way to handle these guys. There. Alright, one down. There we go. Two down. Cool, summon is staying with me. I mean, there's a bit worse for wear, but... There we go. See, it's stuff like this, which is why I'm very hesitant to ever get rid of my fisticuffs. Because it's like, when they work, they really work. I mean, obviously the mimics also helping out tremendously. Otherwise, we might not have even the chance to be going down swinging. Speaking of, make sure that we kind of cap off there. Look, another one. Whew. Oh boy, okay. They definitely put up a fight. Alright, what do we have in here? This could be another ambush of these guys. Ooh. Ooh, okay. You know, let's see what's further down the road, maybe. Ooh. Lord's Rune. Really half expected another one to kind of pop out of the ground there. Yeah, 50,000 runes. That's not our first one, right? Yeah, okay, we have 3 of those. Okay, that's the plan. I thought it was some, like, monster guy, like, hunched over. I see another one. Although where... Okay, where does this connect to? Be a bit careful here. Yeah. Random guard from behind. Hmm. Oh, I really thought my potion was still in effect. Alright, well, we can't end basically with my runes just kind of sitting somewhere. Yep, you do that. You do that too, mister. Running on through, running on through. Running up to go down. And given that balcony, I kind of wonder if we can't just like fall from above onto the balcony? Or if that might not be that one room from a different angle that we saw? This is less than ideal. Yeah, we might want to go down. Okay. I'm really hoping that we can do this without Crystal Man stabbing us in the back. Cool. Crystal Man, you cool? Alright, cool. As long as Crystal Man doesn't suddenly start shooting at us. Should be good. Optic Blast, one more. Two more because they buffed. Draining all my... Oh, come on, man. There we go. Boy, that buff really makes additional work needed to chip through these guys. Cool. And all the while, Crystal Man was being chill. Alright, going to room 10. Make sure there's not another one suddenly. Living Stone 7. Might be best to I-beam these guys too. There we go. Stabby, stabby. Okay. Quite frankly, that was actually the wrong one. There's our runes. Okay. I think another eye blast is in order. It's like so far, yet so close. Oh, that is a dude with a ballista. Okay, that guy didn't move. Good. You know, gonna make sure you don't move at all. Okay, we can actually safely get over there. In fact, all right, maybe from up here. I really want to try and clear out these guys beforehand. There we go. Alright, this should work. A lot of dudes in there. And thankfully, we're pretty safe up here. Oh, why? Not happy about this. Not happy at all. So many reasons not happy. Although, actually... Okay, I have an idea. That may or may not work. But I think... Alright. Back to our spears. There we go. Infinite FP. Oh. Okay. Come on, get over here. Whew. Alright, lantern on. I know there's still quite a few dudes around here. Alright, clean rock gauntlets. Yep, over here, sir. Whew! Alright, Haligtree helm. I am capping off quite wastefully, because all I want to do is get back to these. At this rate, we might as well clear out this area. Spirit Flame Arrow. Warming Stone. I keep hearing basically footsteps go around, but I'm assuming that's the giant revenant down below. There we go. I want to say, hopefully, there's a spot of grace up ahead. But I think we know what to... Ooh. Okay. Wow, so this entire area is like really covered with guns. Alright, so next turn 8. Haligtree Soldier Ashes. Is there some sort of shortcut we can open up around here? Like, really hoping there was just like a glow of grace maybe over there, but alas, no such luck. But I mean, given how this area is guarded, because we know that we're going to be... There's a Erdtree Guardian right there. Oh boy, okay, good. Alright, Haligtree Knight Helm. Grace. Yes! Cool. Descend. Alright. Go ahead and call it here, because there we are. Over on time. By quite a deal. I mean, no more quite a deal than usually quite a deal, but that is still more of a deal than I'd prefer. Alright. Rest. Though before we rest, level up. Boom. Arcane 18. Okay. Oh, boy. This place is definitely a lot more in line with some of the older games, but... I mean, again, both for lore, we're kind of doing this for the DLC, but also should kind of prepare us for the DLC a bit more as well, since the DLCs in every one of these games have always been the biggest uphill battle. So, alright. Next time, we'll keep on going down into Elfhill. I assume at some point we're going to get to the roots, and I assume at some point there's going to be a giant snake and or dragon that's going to be infected with Scarlet Rot, who is going to be the source of all this, and somewhere along those same lines we'll find Malenia, who might be out of her mind because she gave up her humanity to embrace Scarlet Rot, and that's why our friend is here. I think that's how it's probably going to go. So, alright. Until then, later.